Now what happens if that server goes down? What happens if 50 employees are having picnic instead of working? That's not going to happen if you have IT's black box solution implemented from Brussels. Now, we have two servers here. One of the server we have kept it working, which is our PDS, a primary data store server. And here is where we have our LMS or legged mirror server, which is not connected. We have switched it off to demonstrate to you that the data we are going to copy is going to be on the PDS. Now on LMS, if you see, there is no light over here right now, which means this machine has been switched off and this machine is on. Now I'll request you to focus on the screen. This is the folder that we have just created. It has a file by the name of FastUp, and that file has got hello world written into it. Now this folder I'm going to select, copy and paste on Z drive. Can you see the Z drive here? I'm going to paste that folder here. There you have it. So which means that this folder has been copied on the server. Now what we are going to do is we are going to switch on the legged mirror server. Let's look at the time. It is 4:07. We are going to switch on the legged mirror server. I'm going to connect it here and I'm going to switch it on. As soon as I switch it on, can you see the blue line which has come, blue power line which has come? So now we have switched on the legged mirror server, and what this is going to do is, this is going to mirror the information, this particular file, this particular folder that we have created in your Z folder, and we are going to see how even if your server crashes, this is your main server or the primary data store server where you have copied the files. Now what happens if this goes down? Under normal circumstances, you would normally assume that the network is down and you will have to call your service providers to reinstall the server. Okay, now we are going to see exactly how this is going to be done. We are going to keep our system on this Z drive. Can you see this on the screen? Can you see this? Can you focus on the screen? On the Z drive, this file is there, right? Now I'm going to shut this down. I'm going to shut down this server, and this is how. Now it's going to shut down. It's still on, it's still on. I can feel the vibrations, and now it's switched off. Can you see the lights over here? There are no lights over here. Just to ensure and just to promise you that we have removed this, I'm going to physically disconnect this server. There, can you see this? I have just plugged out the primary data store server system. And now, obviously, because this is lost connection, because this system has lost connection, even there is no Z drive. There is no Z drive. This was open. The Z drive is not there anymore. Now, let me find out. I'm trying to connect to Z drive. I'm trying to connect to Z drive. I'm trying to connect to Z drive. Windows is, I've just shut this down. I've registered the complaint to my technical support person, and he is logging in from his office into our systems. What he is going to do now, as you can see, it has lost connection to the Z drive, and it is saying an error occurred while reconnecting Z to common folder. Microsoft Windows Network. The local device name already in use, the connection has not been restored. It doesn't show a drive. It doesn't show a Z drive as active. Let's see what happens. How much time does it take to restore? I'll try to connect again. Let's see what happens. It's still taking its own sweet time. Let's see what's happening. Still not come up. Oh yes, there it appears. The network is up and running. You can see the files over here. Can you focus on these? Can you see the file FASTA with Hello World in it? And it's in Z drive. Focus on this, Z313-2012. Can you focus on it? Z drive. Let's see whether it remains connected or not. Yes, it is still there. And this system, this server where you had actually copied the data is not up and running. It is being plugged out. It is not switched on. Which means, you can focus on me now, which means what we have done here is that even if your primary data store server is down, your network can be made up and running or can be failed over to LMS system. And that's exactly what we have done. How many minutes did it take?